Hey folks, when I'm walking to work, I figured shoot a little video of this head I made last night. I know I put pictures up of it, but I wanted to talk about it a little bit. This little guy here, while not perfect, not the most beauteous thing, but this head is a culmination of a lot of work to get to this point. I've made other hunting size heads, and I've even halved some of them to some shafts, but this thing is about as good as I've made hunting wise at this point. It's fairly thin. It's small. It's sharp. It's not the straightest, but I don't want to take more off of it because it is right at Pennsylvania's legal minimum width of 7/8 of an inch, which is actually bigger than most for real arrowheads. A lot of the bigger heads people find are actually atlatl heads or even smaller spearheads. This little guy here, it is sharp, and when I mean sharp, it's sharp. You run it across the back of your hand and it grabs right now and starts to cut. It's got these little tiny micro serrations in it, I guess you'd call it. And some folks don't believe that serrated heads cut as well. In this case, they absolutely do, by all accounts. Stone will absolutely be the sharpest on every new flake you do, and every one of them serrations have popped out a new flake on each side. So in them serrations are brand new edges that are really sharp. I have absolutely no problems putting this on an arrow and going after deer with it. I think it'll penetrate great, and it's going to cut. And like I said, that was my whole purpose and intentions when I started napping a little over a year ago, was to build such a head. Like I said, I have other heads that I've made that I'm sure would kill just fine. And some of them I will go back now that I'm a little more seasoned with it and resharpen them. They're a little bit big, and I think I can make them better. It's not as big and beauteous, and definitely not as symmetrical as some heads, but real artifacts hardly ever are. So all I got to do is I got to get on the bow. I got several pieces of Osage. Got one in particular that's about as good as I have. It's really straight, which is odd for Osage. Has a good bit of natural backset to it, and it's dry enough now, and I've started to chase ring on it, but I kind of stepped away because I've just gotten into the napping so much lately. A whole another step closer to that ultimate goal, and I don't know if it'll even happen this season yet, and we'll see how the rest of the summer works out, and I get a bow built and get comfortable with it. I may even try to fix the last bow I built. It had a piece of grain lift up with the hickory bow, and I've had a few different people tell me that I most certainly can repair that. I can glue the lift back down and then take sinew and wrap the whole limb crossways and wrap that spot down to hold it down. So I may try that. Actually, I probably will, but I'm still planning on building a new one. Other than that, the next couple things I really need to do is I need to make some cordage. We have the yucca plants at the house, and I'm gonna build a bowstring out of those, and I need to sit down and figure that out. And I also need to make some pine pitch glue. I need to go out and find some pine resin and get it all cooked down and mixed with a binder, and then I'll add a little bit of beeswax to make it a little bit pliable. Once I got that, I can use the same yucca cordage, use the same fibers, because I want to build the bowstring for hafting material to tie on. And I've already got the turkey feathers in the shafts, so it's getting closer, much closer. But all right, I'm going to continue my walk to work. You guys have a wonderful Wednesday. Later.